testes. Yeah. I'm constantly getting people asking me about my kit and what I use, and I just thought I've never really reviewed stuff on my channel because I just think other people do it a lot better than me, and it's pretty boring to do. I mean, I love watching it. I always, you know, if I'm thinking about getting a new bit of kit, I'll go on internet and I'll go on YouTube and have a look at stuff. So I thought, because of people asking me about certain things that I use, I'm going to start doing just little reviews and comparisons, I guess, of just the stuff that I use and that I have used for a long time, so that I'm qualified to talk about it through my own experience, and that's all. This is just my own experience of things that I've used, and yeah, I'm just going to put it in a separate playlist of reviews and advice on things that I use, just for people who are starting out, just to give them a little bit of a yeah, just give them a little bit of a hand, and then it saves me answering individual questions and whatnot in the comments, which I don't mind doing sometimes, but it just gets a bit too much. So I thought I'd let you know that I've had a couple of filters, water filters over my time. I've had the Sawyer Mini, and I've had the MSR. I think I've got it in here actually still. There's a little backup. Yeah, I don't have my Sawyer Mini. I had the Sawyer Mini, and I had a little sort of carbon filter attached to the end of it. That's gone off to a better home now. That's gone off to Joey D. And then this, which I got specifically when I did the coast to coast, just because it seemed a little bit lighter and a little bit sort of, it was easier. I didn't have to have running water. You can just dip this end in, which is one of its benefits really, into shallow, not so fast running water, and you can pump the water out with that, which is pretty cool. But I found over time the flow rate was just so slow, and I didn't like this long hose. It just sort of got in the way, and just, I don't know, water was sitting there, and it just wasn't for me. I just didn't like it. So I did a bit of research, and I've been using on well, for the last couple of weeks I've been using this. It's the Sawyer Squeeze. Can you see? Can you tell what it is yet? I've just been and filled it to about here, and I'm just going to show you around it. It's pretty cool. I mean, the flow rate on it is second to none, considering how small and light it is. Look at that. You hear it and see it. It's like a tap. There we go. That's almost a full bag in no time whatsoever. Keel's over dead. Bob's your uncle, and I don't know if anybody is familiar with the Sawyer series of filters, in particular the Sawyer Mini, which I used for a good few years. The bag was always a little bit stiff and a little bit unforgiving when it came to filling full of water. It was a bit rigid. And this new bag, it's made out of a completely different material. It's really soft and a lot easier to fill. which is an absolute plus, along with the weight of this thing. I'll put some specs up at the end. I don't really have anything on me at the moment because I'm out and about in the woods, but I just thought I'd let you see it. It comes with the straw so you can drink straight from it, and the syringe there so you can backwash everything. And it also comes with, and this is pretty cool, it comes with this little adapter. It fits onto the Sawyer Squeeze, and then you can fit a 2 litre, 3 litre, 1 litre, any sort of bottle, ow, to the edge of there. So you might just find a bottle. So you could, if you're around camp, bring some bigger bottles full of water, attach it to there, and away you go. This, I'll no longer be using this. It served its purpose. I mean, it got me across the country on my long Wainwright's coast to coast, and it's served me on several trips, several camps. But it's just frustrating. It's just the flow rate isn't good enough, and I found it just gets clogged quite a lot, and it just wasn't for me. So this shall go in my truck as a spare. If you've got the Sawyer Mini and you don't do much hiking and you don't do much camping, stick with the Sawyer Mini. I think it's a great filter, and it was just the flow rate and a few little things that started to grind my gears. So I upgraded to the MSR. Then I've upgraded again to the Micro Squeeze, which I'm so happy with. So I just thought I'd share it with you all, just because if it can help anybody who's just starting, or anyone who has the who has the Sawyer Mini or has the MSR and was looking for something a little bit oomphy, a little bit more speed to her, then this is perfect. The trailshot is coming in at 5 ounces. The Micro Squeeze is coming in at 2 ounces, and the Sawyer Mini is also coming in at 2 ounces. I would backwash it after not after every use, but if you're going out on long trails, or even if you're just going out for the night, after a night's use or whatever, or a full camp out. I don't know how long you go for, but I would backwash it after every time, just to keep the longevity and keep the flow rate. That's the most important thing for me, is the speed in which the water comes out. Oh shit. I've only had it a few weeks. I've taken it on a few camps, and it's just been amazing. I've had it up in Scotland, and the difference, just because this was just getting on its last legs for me, it was just starting to drill my head. So it was good to, it's been a good upgrade. And yeah, and it's rare that I do upgrade stuff these days, because I've sort of got my kit to exactly where I wanted it, and it has been like that for maybe a year now. I've not bought any new gear. I've stopped researching, because when you first get into this game, you research stuff and you can get a bit carried away with it, and your experience of the outdoors and camping and it did for me for about a small period of time, but it can turn into just a shopping trip, and the hobby becomes the buying, the researching, the looking into the kit. I still enjoy it, and I enjoy it in different walks. I'm enjoying it now for spearfishing. I'm enjoying researching and looking into the kit. But it's important to, at some point, you have to say, right, this is the kit that I'm going to use for a while, and focus on what this kit is doing for me, whether that be going outside and camping, spearfishing, whatever it may be, dogging. And then also, certain bits of your kit, if you don't keep swapping them out, I've said it before, but they transcend their monetary value, and they become like old friends. Let me say, like old friends. Like my axe, for example. That's an old friend now. I'm never going to swap that out. I've got no interest in swapping it out. I wouldn't do it the misjustice of even looking at other axes online, because it's mine and I love it. And if you don't like this type of video, just don't click on it and don't watch it. That's it. But this is for people who are interested in kit reviews and are interested in my opinion on the things that I've used and that I've tried and tested. So hopefully it gives you some pointers. I'll leave a link for this below the video if you're interested. I'll also leave a link for this and a link for the Sawyer Mini as well, because don't take my word for it. What's good for the goose isn't always good for the gander, or something like that. One man's junk is another man's treasure. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. I'm getting smoked out. Let's end this by drinking some filtered water. And if this never gets uploaded, it's because I've died. Poisoning. Right, come on. Smoky McRobinson. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Whatever you choose, be safe. Always use a filter. If you, I mean, I was in Scotland recently, but we were right up at the top, at the source of, on Ben Nevis, right at the source of this waterfall, and I could see the source, and there was nothing from me to the source that suggested that bacteria is going to be in the water. So we drank it, and we were all fine. It's a gamble you take with that. But low-lying water, especially if it's anywhere near farm fields or anything like that, then always use a filter. And if you've got time, and if you're around camp and you're stationary, you're not doing anything much, and you've got the time, filter it, boil it, and then let it cool. Belt and breeches, always be safe. Right, happy camping, happy water slurping, look after yourselves, take care, namaste.